Don't shy.
Hi, I'm Thais.
And I'm Camilo.
Nathaly. Janessa.
Hi.
Jorge.
I'm from Colombia. So yeah,
We were talking about the book, and we decided to start off with a question that Janessa wanted to ask.
yeah.
Do you think it was reasonable for her to kill herself?
I don't think it was right for her to kill herself because I think it wasn't anybody else's fault but like herself because I think she had a mindset on killing herself.
But what about all the things that those people did to her?
She kind of like provoked all of those things from
She
letting herself open, like tear down the wall. So like the first guy, for his name was Jason or something. Her first kiss, Justin, that was the first kiss. Like she allowed everything for them. Maybe she didn't know it, but even that, even like subconsciously, it started through everything. If she might have like done another decision or something, that wouldn't have happened.
What do you mean by provoke?
Provoked as in if she didn't have that first kiss, or it wouldn't have led up to everything else. If she didn't pick that one guy that was like in her like vision cute or whatever, if she could have done other stuff to avoid it.
So you think it's because of Justin?
Yeah, that's what started. Like I said, like she said in the book, like right before Jessica like got raped, he was another person starting a new cycle of in her life back when this happened.
So what if things would have turned out different between Justin?
Shit would have been straight.
Yeah, if things with Justin would have gone right instead of like all going wrong, then maybe all of those other like chain thingies, chain events wouldn't have happened.
I got one.
Okay.
Do you think that what's her name? Hannah and Belinda from Speaker are like?
Oh, that's interesting. I think yes, like in a way. Wait, question. I think yes in a way because like because like they take things too seriously.
They exaggerate.
They exaggerate.
They overreact to the littlest things
They
and
don't
then
talk to anybody about it.
It's like those people who can't take a joke, they're like that. Like they'll take it seriously, like you don't harm them for the rest of their life.
they take the smallest things and let them like ruin their life instead of just like getting over it.
That's like the thing that happened with Hannah and Jessica. That I remember like they would always get together in Monet, and and then like when they stopped talking, she was like, oh no, for this, and she comes to such like big conclusions instead of just letting it go. It's like just move on, and she goes back like she doesn't let things go. She doesn't let people go. She gets attached.
She holds a grudge.
Yeah, she holds grudge. Okay, do you think that the fact that I know like she says like in cassette 5B, she says that the reason why Clay is included, 5B sorry, she says that the reason like Clay is included is because he's not the bad part of the story, but he is a very like major part of her story and what happened. Why do you think that she includes like one good tape? Because like it's basically like one that's like, oh you're not one of the reasons, like one of the bad reasons that I killed myself, but you
But
still count.
didn't she like them? She liked them.
Yeah, but she wasn't a part of it.
I think she put him there because if it wouldn't have been like because of what happened with him and her, then it wouldn't have led. Then it wouldn't have led to Justin again. Like maybe if he wouldn't have gone to that party or she wouldn't have gone to that party, then maybe none of the rest of stuff would have
But
happened.
she knew, Hannah knew Clay as in that goody, the one that never went to parties, he always stayed home.
Yeah, he's
because
not
he
your
was like,
size.
yeah, and then once she
Can't
saw Clay there at the party, she was like, damn, this kid is like, he's not what I thought. So I think that's why he put
I think
that on the tape.
I think since all the guys she had like been with were like, can I say
Buttholes? Let's say
Yeah,
buttholes.
they're-
since they were like assholes,
Buttholes.
maybe that's why she was interested in Clay that way. Like maybe he wouldn't have disappointed her, but then since their kiss reminded her of Justin, then that just killed the
You
whole
see,
thing.
that's what I'm saying. She holds on to people. It's like
She doesn't let go.
She doesn't let go. I mean, we all like. I think in when we have like a relationship, you know, you always remember your ex, and you know, you always be like, oh, you know,
like
but
me siento mal.
like you feel bad about it, but you know,
reasons herself.
you go to someone else, and then you're like, you know, this and that, and then you kind of try to forget about it, or at least you block it, and she doesn't even like
She doesn't even
try.
Okay, he doesn't want to do it, but like, he just told me, asked me if Hannah like was one of the reasons for herself to kill herself. I think that's how you say it. Like, I think it is.
You want to talk?
You want
The book was 13 reasons, but she should have been one of the 13 reasons. She should have been like the top 14, because it says like in one of the reasons, we let it happen, it's our fault. It's not that it's your fault, it's not that it's Justice's fault, it's that it's our fault, that she let all of those things happen. That's what it is. It's not only their fault. She can't blame everybody else. She can't just be in denial that everybody else did things because it's her too. So what I'm saying is, she has to be a different person. She is provoking everything. She's letting everything happen to herself. It's one bad decision leading to another into a domino effect. Chaining bad things together and together. It's just not going right for her. So I'm saying she should do something different. She can't be blaming everybody else. She can't be making other people feel bad just like that, because if I were in those 13 reasons, I would be like, damn. But if I really think about it, I'll be like, it's your fault too. I feel bad, but you should too. You shouldn't kill yourself. Maybe you should have thought of doing something different halfway through it. You should have thought of doing something different before the first kiss or after the first kiss. At the end of every single chain, after every single step, there was another decision. She could have gone left or she could have gone right, but she always kept on the wrong way. She kept going on the wrong path when she could have been going right. She could have been going to a different place. So what I'm saying is, it's her fault.
She needs Jesus.
I also think it's her fault because, like, after a while, she just gave up.
You left me breathless. I'm like,
Yeah, but it's true what like George
No,
said.
yeah,
It is totally her fault.
I'm like in
Not
shock.
totally.
Not totally. Like,
I'm in shock that we agree on
Everybody put
something
part
here.
of it. It's
Yeah,
mostly
we
her
agree
part
on
if you think about it though. Cause she was the one that let all that come to her.
I mean, I get what you mean by like it's her fault too, because you know, she was the one. She's the one that she blamed. Like she blames it on all people. It's like she's taking it out on people because she doesn't want to realize to herself that maybe she's a little bit creepy because she takes things so seriously. So to avoid her thinking of herself, because she says that. Remember when the poem says that she was tired of herself. She was tired of.
that you can't escape from yourself?
Yeah, that you can't escape from yourself. Like you can take a break, but you can't take a break from yourself. And I think that's why she blames it on other people. Because if she blames it on herself, then okay, she ends up killing herself. But then she's like, oh, you know, maybe we just because of a little me. So that's why she blames it on other people. So maybe that when she dies, she doesn't feel like it's all her fault. Because, I mean, really, a decision taken on a kiss, I mean, I guess, you know, kiss can be deep and it can be a lot of meaning, blah, blah, blah. But really, like, making out and it pops your brain, I'm going to kill myself because of these people. Not really common and not really, it doesn't make sense. It's like, we're just looking, I think she was just looking for an excuse to go.
Instead of exploring everybody else's character, she should have explored herself even more. So she could see that maybe it's not only them, like I was saying. Maybe she explored herself more through the book. It's saying that Crimson, how she was always looking at what Crimson did to others. She was exploring those characters and how they acted.
What do you mean by Crimson?
The
Crimson, remember how she was always like, hey to everybody, like really that really nice girl? She explored how they were fake.
It's not Jessica.
No, it was Crimson.
Corny Crimson.
Yeah, that
Oh, corny. Oh.
Yeah. So she was always exploring these people, seeing how they're fake, seeing how they're not real, seeing how they're not.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you think of yourself?
But instead of looking at what those people did to you, don't you think like maybe if I just became a little more simple in life, maybe if I didn't know everything, maybe if I didn't have this knowledge of what people truly were, maybe it wouldn't have provoked all the things that
And if she wasn't so like, I don't know, maybe she confronted the people that
maybe
were
she could take a
like,
joke or
talking
something.
about it. Maybe if she went up to them and told them, oh, this is not what happened, this and this happened, like,
That's true, because sometimes, I mean,
like every time something happened to her, she just let it go and kept it in instead of talking to somebody or trying to fix it.
that's true, I agree. Because sometimes, like, when you have problems in life, like, let's say you have, like, one person hating you, you're like, oh, whatever, that's that person because they have it against. When you have, like, a lot of people hating you, then you're like, okay, you know, maybe I should consider that there's something wrong that I'm doing, you know. And she doesn't, like, it's not like everyone hates her, but it's like, you know, I mean, every time you say, oh, no, I don't
She
care.
doesn't think. She doesn't stop to think. Oh, She
about
doesn't
her
stop to think
actions.
about her.
That's the
She only
thing.
puts it on them. Like that's all you. Like